But let's jump down to the next news story. So Apex Legends is getting an esports league with a prize pool of $3 million next year. It's called the Apex Legends Global Series, and it's going to consist of 4 majors throughout the year. The first 3 are going to pit 100 3-player squads against each other for a share of $500,000 per event. The fourth and final will feature the world's top 60 teams and a grand finale with a $1 million prize pool. So each of these tournaments will be based on squads accumulating points based on both kills and placement over successive rounds, which is something that we talk about very, very often. I'm excited to hear that. Once a squad earns enough points, match point is activated, and then the next win after that, after they have enough points, gives the squad an overall victory. So you have to get enough points to get to the match point, and then you have to win another game. So that you could have like rounds and rounds where you don't win, where nobody wins, which is pretty insane. Yeah. And there's no limit to how many matches this could take, as it took Team Solo Mid 11 rounds to win the preseason invitational. But I think this is really cool. I'm not a big Apex fan. I don't really play it. I'm not really even a big Battle Royale fan, but I think that it's good for the esports scene. I like to see it. Just more opportunity for people to get involved and win some cash.
It's funny that this article popped up following our conversation last week about, just the whole Battle Royale thing in the competitive scene. They're changing it up. It's not just going to be, well, I made it to number 1. We're the team that survived, Victory Royale, and they move on.
Right.
They're coming up with, what seems to be a half decent system. You got to earn the points, kind of eliminating or at least toning down that RNG factor that we spoke about last week.
So I guess my understanding, so the match point thing, it seems like a really cool concept. So it's obviously just based on, like your kill participation thing, and then where you place the highest team to win. It does seem, I don't know, just that 11 rounds to win for TSM and the preseason invitational seems a bit excessive. I'm saying, I mean, maybe in the earlier rounds it will be like more clear cut victors. I would just I'd hate to see it, be too short, but it also seems like this has the potential just to be incredibly drawn out and long if there's no team that's like better than anybody else and they're all roughly like, neck and neck.
I think there's an element of excitement that it could potentially add from a viewer perspective, because you don't know when it's going to end. But I agree. I mean, it's going to go 3 hours past when it's supposed to. I mean, that's not really that fun for a viewer. Yeah.
It's not going to work, I guess, on several levels, casting and things like that. I think you'd have a lot of difficulties finding.
You'd have to swap out new casters.
Teams of casters, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to have squads rolling in and out. It would be a real bitch, I think, to staff that
serious,
event.
Yeah, that's no
security. You would have to be rotating.
No,
then you have holes in security. People could
probably not going to. They might not have a venue, right? Necessarily for all of those. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They didn't specify.
I can't say I have a strong opinion on this. I'm not a big fan of battle royales in general, and especially not Apex. I tried to get into Apex, but I'm just absolute trash at it. And it's just the format, the drop in. I've never been a big fan of like you die, you're dead, formats. I'm old school MLG, Halo, team deathmatch, stuff like that.
Me too, man. Preach it.
Yeah, that's my stuff, bro. And like because you die and then you like sometimes you'll be bad at the beginning of a match and then you learn something about your opponent and how they play and then you start outmaneuvering them and you end up winning, which just doesn't happen in a match with 100 players in it. And you get shot once from across the map and you die because some guy got lucky. He opened a box and Jesus was inside, so he sniped you. I just but I think this is an interesting sort of like change. I think I don't want to make a judgment on how it will turn out until we see the results, because I would assume with how much money they have that they've thrown a level of analytics into this to determine these rules. So my big thing is, seeing it once, seeing how it turns out. I mean, I'm not going to watch it. I don't hate myself, but I am going to see the conclusion.
Well, you're the new Apex specialist for Arcadian, man. You're going to have to watch
it. Oh, God, no. I
Yeah,
will
that's why we brought you
kill
on.
myself. Like I will commit Sudoku.
Yeah, I got
I
some,
will
really bad news.
I will commit Sekiro. But like that is that the thing is I am interested to see how it turns out, because either they did their analytics right and they figured this out based on that data, or we're gonna find out how dumb they really are. And I'm excited for either answer.
11
I think it'll be.
rounds.
I'm actually excited to cover it to a certain extent. I think to your point, like it could go either way. With battle royales, it's always interesting to me how long they can keep their audience engaged with just like new skins and things, because it's basically the same game. You know, like a new character or a new gun or something doesn't really do that much. It's the same map.
Yeah.
It has the same issues it always has. So you know, players just get tired of it. Even Fortnite's been going down, and
I have a video I want to share with you I watched the other day called Manufactured Discontent. I think you'd really like it. It's about Fortnite and like skins and engagement and all that stuff. I think you'd really like it.
I think I actually said that. Actually, I would really like to watch that. How long is it? Is it
not long, like 15-20 minutes, I think.
That's right up my alley, yeah.
Yeah. It's really good.